I once chatted to an old man because I felt sorry for him, only to find out later he was a global megastar.
David's team.
Well, we have to know who the global megastar is.
Yeah, who was he?
It's Steven Spielberg.
Where did you see Steven Spielberg and take pity on him?
The BAFTAs. I was doing the red carpet thing for BBC Three.
So had he stopped for an interview with you?
No, so I was, waiting for the next person to come up. It was Michael Fassbender. And I was, getting in the zone. And then I saw this, very refined, older gentleman standing there. And I thought he was maybe somebody's dad.
There wasn't a lot of fuss around him because he is Steven Spielberg.
You'd think. He looked a little bit lost, and I thought, I'm just going to have a chat with him, because it could be my dad, and I'd want someone to have a chat with him.
Did you put the microphone there to have the chat with him?
No, I thought he was an old man.
A real-life chat.
So what did I say?
An old way. If you saw somebody a bit lost and a bit old-looking to go, are you lost? Are you lost?
So you stepped away from the cameraman and the crew.
Yeah, so I had a bit of downtime.
Yeah.
There was a VT playing, whatever.
Yeah.
BT?
VT.
Oh.
That would have been
they played one of his films on then.
No. So anyway...
What are you watching, old man? Hey, why is the monkey on the bike?
So what did you say to him, Angela?
I was like, is it your first time at the BAFTAs? And he said, no, actually, I've been a few times, but not for quite a while. And I was like, OK, maybe he's not somebody's dad. And I said, oh, OK, who are you looking forward to seeing tonight?
Oh, I thought you said who you're looking for.
No, like, I just kept it loose, who do you want to win? Have you any favourites? It's been a strong year for film.
You actually said film. Do you work in the films yourself, though?
How did it conclude?
And then I could feel the cameras coming towards us.
And they were like, interview him. Is that the idea?
No. Well, as in, I just kept going.
Because you saw the cameras?
Yeah.
So you did start to bring the microphone?
Yeah, when did the microphone...
Well, I was mic'd, so he could be picked up on my microphone.
Did you ask him to speak into your chest?
No. Similar height.
So why did you not think to use the handheld then?
Well, it would be a bit awkward if then I'm like, oh, he must be someone, can I have the microphone, and keep talking to him.
Well, you must have known that he was someone
Yeah, obviously,
prominent.
but I can't ask him.
Would be a great last question in the interview. And just to sum up, who are you?
John, does it ring true to you? Could that happen?
I just think you...
Everyone
would know what Steven Spielberg... Was he wearing glasses?
I think so.
Are we playing Guess Who?
I can't believe that in the whole time you were chatting, nobody went past and said, hey, Steve, how you doing? And that maybe rang a bell.
But they thought we were having an interview, I suppose. And
But you didn't have a microphone
rude.
or a camera, so why do they think that?
You are obsessed with this microphone, Gabby. She is not pitch-side with Dion Dublin. It's not important.
So what are you thinking, then? David, what about you?
We're going to go lie.
You're saying it's a lie.
I'm saying it's a lie.
Angela, Steven Spielberg on the red carpet. Truth or lie?
He's a lovely man.
To make sure I went down as an all-time school legend, I deliberately scored a spectacular own goal in our end of term cup final.
David's team.
Okay. You just wanted to make a name for yourself?
Yeah, I wanted to, be memorable,
Okay.
No one really remembers the kind of average guy, but they remember that kind of, the wacky guy scored an own goal.
The idiot.
And the idiot, yeah.
So what was the reaction to you? What was that? What was
Well, first, it's like, my team were like, what are you doing? Like, this is ridiculous. But, afterwards, they were like, that was legendary, mate,
How long after? Sort of 5 years after?
Around 5, 10 years later. But the thing is, though, the reason why it was so spectacular is it wasn't just a normal own goal. I didn't just, you know, it was a kind of a scissor kick. Yeah. Now, you're looking at me and going, this isn't the physique of a football player.
That's absolutely right.
If you see me on, like, Soccer AM or some other shows, you'll see that I've got techers, mate. And you know what they say? You know, you either, was it die a hero or live long enough to become a villain? So I was like...
Who says that?
Is that... I think I got the quote wrong. Is that the quote?
Not quite.
You know what I mean.
Let me ask you a question. What were you known for at school before that incident?
I was...
Misquoting people.
I was complete, like, school clown. I actually got an award for bunking in school. I was never there. They gave me the early bird award. I used to turn up in the morning, sign in, and then go out. I did stuff like that. I was
The
zany.
teachers gave you a prize?
Yeah, at the end of, like, year 11.
Had they fully understood their role?
Looking back, I don't think they did, because I was really proud of that award.
So, well, it's, in a sense, the school is at fault if this is true, because they've established an educational environment where doing what is ostensibly the opposite of the aim of any exercise is to be rewarded.
Yeah.
So you said, no, I'm not going to do the obvious thing and score in the opponent's goal. And how many serial killers went to your school?
I quite enjoyed the vision there of Parents' Night. First Parents' Night for you two, I think that school is going to be trembling.
Yeah.
Well, you say that. If you look at that line-up there, doesn't it look as if they're just dropping their Greg off at university? Victoria. He's not your biological son. You are David's far more beautiful, younger second wife. And you don't get on with Greg. That's coming across. So what are you going to say?
Oh, Greg, you must know more about football than we do.
I think it's true. I think he's a big enough clown to have done that.
What do you think?
I think if Greg thinks it's true, let's say true.
I think it's true.
Okay.
She's trying to bond with her stepson.
Good.
Asim, was it true or were you telling a lie?
It was... a lie.
I have just signed a publishing deal for my gritty debut crime novel featuring the exploits of detective duo Nice and Spicy.
Is it hyphenated Nice and Spicy?
Oh, no, there's a duo. One is called Nice. Jeremy Nice.
Did you think there was only one of them called Nice and Spicy? Hello, I'm Detective Inspector Nice and Spicy.
Detective Inspector Nice and Spicy and his partner, who has no name at all.
It's a duo. Jeremy Nice, Ian Spicy.
So you sat down with a blank piece of paper and you came up with Nice and Spicy.
Well, there's a backstory, because Jeremy, when it starts, he's quite sad because the person he worked with, Mark Cheap, died.
So it used to be Nice and Cheap?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
What sort of men are they, Miles?
Well, Jeremy is incredibly tall and Ian is incredibly short.
Right.
And that means they're one of the few people on their force that are given a police car with a sunroof.
Have you written a book before?
Yeah.
What was your other book called?
Other books.
How many books have you written?
Well, this is the third. So the two, if you want me to do all the maths for you.
What?
Presumably you do.
It's funny, isn't it? Because a lot of people with an Oxbridge education, they can come across as condescending and a little bit... And yet you somehow carry off beautifully, Miles.
This is because I don't have an Oxbridge education.
Because a lot of... Oh, you don't have an Oxbridge education? What do you have?
Just an accent.
And what's this one called again?
It's called Blood in the Water.
Oh. What's the plot of Blood in the Water?
Well, I'll tell you how it begins. I'm not
Nasty urinary tract infection.
No, I don't want to tell you too much of the plot. That's the whole point of a whodunit.
Don't worry, I'm not buying it.
Or I'll say
In fact, I've got a feeling nobody's buying it.
So, what do you think?
I think it's a lie, Annika. Do you think it's a lie?
I think it's a lie, personally.
You think it's a lie?
Yeah.
Liz?
I think it's a lie.
I'll say a lie.
Right, Miles, it sounded lovely. Was it true or was it a lie?
Well, it is, in fact, a lie.
Once, while trying to bring history to life, I reduced a child to tears.
David's team.
OK. How did you reduce the child to tears?
Well, it's quite a long story. I was...
Well, at least you're rattling through it.
What a supportive team captain you are.
Don't be bullied by him, Lucy. But do get on with it.
We were in Birmingham making a history documentary about chamber pots. And we were in little houses where working people had lived in the 19th century. And I was in bed with my chamber pot and...
What? I'm assuming this is for, as it were, a scene in the documentary.
Yes,
this wasn't the accommodation for the...
Right. And in the bed with me were a load of kids from the local school.
Huh?
And they were very quiet and very shy.
Well, it was an odd situation for them, wasn't it?
Yeah. And I was trying to explain to them what a chamber pot was. And inside the chamber pot, to make it more... believable. We had put some ginger beer.
Oh.
OK.
We were expecting worse, be honest.
Yeah.
You had the chamber pot
I had the chamber pot full of ginger beer,
yes.
and I was showing it
Full?
to these...
Brimming?
Had you warmed it up to make it really realistic?
Why are you crying? They're not crying yet.
So you showed them the
I showed
beer
them it, and they were still got nothing back. They were just looking a bit kind of frightened. And in desperation, I drank the ginger beer. And that's when they started crying.
Was it not a horrible moment when the producer came up to you as you were doing it and said, "We couldn't get any ginger beer"?
How many children were there in the bed?
7 or 8, and they all started crying and had to be taken away.
All of them started to cry?
They had to be taken away by their chaperone.
A woman had just drunk 5 pints of wee in front of them.
I drank it purely to get a reaction.
So they're sobbing, you're quite windy after drinking 5 pints. You're like, sorry, guys.
I know it's become fact that it was 5 pints.
You damn
It would have been quite a slow process. Essentially, more than a yard of ginger beer.
What was the name of the programme? Chamber Pots - A Closer Look.
It was called If Walls Could Talk, An Intimate History of Your Home.
Oh, damn, I missed it.
True.
You see, that's true.
That came out very fast.
Yeah, early on, this was a history of the chamber pot, which doesn't sound plausible, but the chamber pot was one of the elements of the 19th century home. That's more plausible.
All right. What are you thinking?
I'm
not
happy
sure.
to say true, and if it's a lie, so be it.
Yes,
I mean,
exactly.
I can live with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
You're going to say true.
We're going to say true, and when it turns out to be a lie, we can live with it.
We'll all be fine.
All right. Lucy, were you telling the truth, or were you telling a lie?
You credulous fools. Actually, I am telling the truth.
To avoid being disturbed backstage on Pointless, I have a fake name on my dressing room door.
Who do you get disturbed by?
Oh,
People with windmills with his face on. We call them freaks, Steph.
Just contestants, essentially. You don't want contestants to be knocking on the door and
Why
coming
not?
in. Because sometimes you've got question papers, and so, I don't want them seeing what the questions are for their show.
All right.
So what name do you put on the door to stop people knocking? Is it Rob Brydon?
I use the name the Reverend Wendy Benson.
The Reverend Wendy Benson? Is there a Reverend Wendy Benson?
Well,
there must be.
But the key thing is, I am not the Reverend Wendy Benson.
And what does Zander have on his...
He is Sir Peter Morehouse.
Peter Morehouse?
Yeah.
He invented the hovercraft, didn't he?
No, that was Christopher Cockerell.
You're quite right.
Yeah. which is the name Lee has in his door. It's something cock something. I can't remember exactly.
You'll have to change the names now, won't you? Because you've admitted them in public. And
I suppose so.
Future contestants...
Well, it depends if it's true or not, I suppose.
So, is it the truth?
I think it could be, yeah. I can imagine.
You think that he's changes his name to Reverend Wendy Benson, and Alexander Armstrong changes his name to...
Sir Peter Moorhouse.
Sir Peter...
That's exactly right.
Again, extra syllables, I think, the way he said it. I don't know, what do you think, Richard?
I think...
Well, do you think it's true or a lie?
I'll say this. Yeah. If it's not true, I'm going to start doing it.
What's your instinct telling you? You've been on the show a while.
My instinct tells me it's a lie, because I don't believe he's higher status enough to have a dressing room.
I'll go lie.
It's a lie.
You're saying it's a lie. So, Richard, truth or lie?
It is... true.
I once thought a slug was trying to send me a message.
Please, team.
Hang on.
Like a snail, a slug, a snail.
Like a homeless snail.
Snail without a shell.
What do you call them in South Africa? They're like so big.
A shellless snail.
A shellless snail?
Yeah.
Are you winding me up? Because if I go to South Africa and say that, if I go, hey, look, there's one of those shellless snails, they go, I think it's called a slug.
What was the message? So, I just thought slugs were like a bad aura. I come home one night and there was just a slug in the middle of my living room and I didn't know how he got there.
Is it carpeted, your living room?
Yeah, it's carpeted, but I've never seen a slug before in my house. And I come home after a few hours and he was just sitting in the middle of the living room.
But why did you think he was trying to give...
When you say sitting...
Honestly, he was looking at me.
What was the message he was trying to give you?
The message?
You said he was trying to give you a message?
Yeah, because I sort of Googled it.
Right.
What does it say?
And what did it say?
And it just said, well, certain things said, you know, it's like a bad aura.
The slug had a Google page?
No. There's a lot of things on Google.
Oh, you don't have to tell me.
Yeah.
I've had Google all printed out and I'm working my way through it.
When you say it was a bad aura, do you mean aura or do you mean omen?
Well, bad omen.
Omen 3 was a bad omen, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But 1 and 2 were pretty good.
What did you... Because, like, if you just Googled slugs...
Yeah.
It's not going to come up there, bad omen. So what did you Google?
I literally typed in, slug in my living room, what does it mean?
As opposed to the other one, there's a rat in my kitchen, what am I going to do?
Listen, I was on my own, I was scared, I didn't know what to do.
Right.
Yeah.
And you thought, you didn't want to run, because he might chase you.
Why was that your first question, though? Because,
it is an unusual question, yeah.
You didn't know what to do. Yeah, there's a slug in my living room, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
But your first thought is, what does this mean?
Yeah, what does this mean?
You know, you mentioned, Dani, earlier, you said, I think I'm right in saying, you said the slug was looking you in the eye.
Yeah. Yeah. As I walked through the little hallway,
yes,
he was directly opposite me.
Hang on. Do slugs have eyes?
No, that's that as well.
They do have that.
Yeah.
They're the eyes, aren't they? So those bits were looking at you.
Yeah.
How do you know that? I mean, did they literally, were they doing that and you walked in and they went...
Good evening.
Do you have any other superstitions other than the slug?
Anything like walking under a ladder, walking over 3 drains. I won't do that.
3 drains?
You know, the 3 drains?
Yeah, I've heard that one. 3 drains.
Well, apparently, like, if you walk over 3 drains, someone's meant to touch you and you're meant to spit, but that's minging.
What?
How long are you allowed... I mean, at some point, if you walk over 1 drain and then another drain,
yeah,
when does it reset?
3 drains in a row.
3 in a row, so it's just got to be drain, drain, drain.
Yeah, so it's a drain,
drain, cup of tea, drain, you're back to...
Oh,
great.
All right, well, I mean, it's serious stuff.
Yeah. Was it raining and you had a window open?
No.
So how did it get in?
It was on a
I
carpet.
don't know how it got in, that's what I mean. What does it mean?
Let's not go round again. Is she telling the truth?
No.
You think it could be true?
Yeah, but don't listen to me. But I think it...
I think it's true,
think it's true?
I'm saying true.
I genuinely don't care if it's true or a lie. It won me over, and I wonder what did it mean.
So, Lee, what are you going to say?
Go on, I'll go with my team and say it's true.
Say it's true. OK. Dani, the slug in the living room, was it the truth or was it a lie?
It was the truth.
I once crashed my car because I was driving cross-legged.
These two.
Did you need the toilet?
I was just stuck in traffic, and I'd passed my test like 2 months before, and I was just bored, and I sort of looked down, and I just thought, why not just sort of mix this up a little bit?
Whoa. So you mean you didn't cross your legs casually for a little rest of your legs?
No.
You crossed your legs to see if you could operate the opposite pedals?
Yeah.
Which of the 3 pedals did you have your teeth in?
So if it's normally right foot accelerator, left foot clutch, I went left foot accelerator, right foot clutch.
Right over then.
Did you drive for a while in this interesting position?
No. I was just in traffic, and I decided to do it, and then I just started, like, ramming the guy in front of me, like, repeatedly.
I've got a question here, though, because I recently passed my test. Because I know if you took your foot off the clutch, you'd stall the engine. You wouldn't be able to crash.
No, because it was... You got to understand, so the accelerator was fully depressed.
It was fully depressed?
You don't keep your foot on the clutch all the time.
But if you stall the engine, though...
Did you definitely pass? If your engine is ticking over at neutral at the traffic lights, you can take your foot off the clutch. Not only can you, you should. And put your handbrake on. You shouldn't be there revving going...
Lee, I have to tell you, we are on the same team.
You said you were repeatedly ramming
stoved in.
Well, how did that happen?
Well, because I just froze.
Did you get out of the car?
No, I took the keys out and threw them out the window.
You did?
I did do that.
Why did you do that?
I didn't know how else to stop what was happening.
Oh, I see.
You know what you could have done?
Yeah.
You could have uncrossed your legs.
There was that.
So, did he come over to the car window?
Yeah. The problem was he asked me what had happened, because he felt like he was essentially under attack, right? It's not just a shunt, is it? This is a repeated kind of, like...
So what did he say?
And I explained, and he said to me, well, no one would be that stupid. And I was like, well, you're wrong, I was.
Did you get out and get the keys?
And did you know where the keys were?
I recovered the keys, yeah.
Where from?
Well, from where I'd thrown them to.
Yeah, that's what that's what I'm trying to find out.
Yeah.
Where were they?
Well, because in the UK we drive on the right, so I...
No, we don't.
No, we drive... No, but to be fair, you crossed your legs, I suppose you got the opposite.
What are you thinking?
I think I'm going to say true.
Tom, you think it's...
Barefaced lie.
Time to decide, Lee.
I'm going to say that I think it's a lie.
So you're going with a lie. Two against one. Geoff, were you telling the truth or were you telling a lie?
That was true.
No!
To give myself 15 minutes peace, I once put my child on one end of a seesaw and a bag of potatoes on the other.
Right. When was this?
A while back. He was 3.
So he was 3?
Yes. I mean, I like them, don't get me wrong, but I'm not good in a playground.
It was in a playground?
Yeah.
Why did you take the potatoes to the playground?
Because Because it was... Don't worry, everyone. No, because it was in the countryside. There's potatoes everywhere. There's just stuff.
It wasn't a shop-bought bag of potatoes. You just gathered wild potatoes.
It was a farm shop, Bedfordshire, where my Aunt Bridget lives. I'm not lying. Find her.
No.
And...
Claudia, you are lying, aren't you?
No. It's not that.
How many times did this happen,
It's like
Claudia?
a sack.
How many
Happened
times?
all weekend. From the moment we got there for a 70th until we left on a Sunday afternoon.
Isn't the fun of a seesaw that there is continual movement?
There was continual movement.
How? Because
so he would
potatoes are famously static.
No, he would kick off with his thing, it would go down, then it was slowly... and giggling, chop, mama, clapping... Well, not clapping hands, hold on! That's how he sounds.
How far would you push this? Like, were you and your other half, were you, like, thinking, well, we could go out tonight to Wetherspoons and have a drink? No. We can't leave him on his own. Don't worry, we'll leave him with the potatoes.
There were loads of us, and
why don't you get one of them to go on the seesaw?
Because no adult can get in the seesaw. It's that size.
It's getting smaller.
And whatever it is.
What I'm hearing is there's not one member of your family that wants to play with your child, and so you had to create a friend in a sack of potatoes.
No.
So what do you think, Lee?
I feel bad.
What's your team thinking?
What do we think?
I go for true.
Do you? Really? Did you hear the story? I mean...
Can I chip in on this?
Don't say chip in.
Yeah. I don't believe it for a second. And I'll tell you why. It's because I don't believe that Claudia would be sufficiently bored by her child to stick some potatoes on a seesaw. I think she would be fully engaged with that child.
It's interesting because I think it's truthful because she strikes me as phenomenally sort of neglectful.
Yeah.
No, it was only the seesaw. Everything else, I used to lick him to sleep.
Lick him to sleep?
What's it going to be?
I think Claudia's a good mum, so I'm going to say it's a lie.
I think it's true. And
all right.
There's no such thing as a good mum and a bad mum. There are mums who have good days and there are mums who have bad days.
Yeah, and I'll...
Come on!
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Lucy, let me tell you a few things about my mum. She once sat me down in a chair, cigarette in one hand, glass of wine in the other. She said, "Son, there's something I need to tell you. That's not your real dad." And she pointed to a large sack of potatoes. Now tell me that's not bad parenting. We're going to say you are lying.
They're saying it's a lie. Claudia.
Please be a lie. Please be a lie.
It is a lie.
Oh. So 11 years ago, I did a very bad thing in the kitchen. The time has finally come to confess all to my wife.
David's talking.
What did you do?
I broke a pot, a cooking pot that you bake chickens in. You roast chickens in.
Okay.
Chicken pot.
What was so special about the chicken pot?
Good question, Greg.
Thank you.
Any ideas?
Was it a wedding present?
It wasn't a wedding present. No, it was terracotta.
Yeah.
And it's got a lid on it.
Heavy.
Yeah, it's pretty deep, man.
Yeah.
No, it genuinely is. It's about that deep, isn't it? And you put the lid on. And the thing about these terracotta pots is you're not supposed to wash them. The pot absorbs the flavour over the years. I had about an hour before she was coming home, and I knew she would not be happy about this, so I raced to the local kitchen shop and fortunately got the exact same pot.
How many years?
About half an hour to age it.
How many years had the previous one been aging?
Oh, 7 years.
So you had to do 7 years' worth of casseroling?
Yeah.
In
half an hour.
In half an hour?
No, I had to make it look like it was weathered.
How did you do that?
First of all, I put a bit of soil on it. Then I put Marmite on, and then baked it very quickly on a high heat, and then scraped the Marmite off. Then I got sandpaper, a bit of sandpaper on it.
All this in the half an hour?
Unbelievable speed.
Before she got home?
When she arrived home, did she suspect anything?
Well, I was with another woman in bed, but apart from that...
How did you break it?
Well, I was fixing something with a screwdriver, and I got in a bad mood and I threw the screwdriver down.
You threw a screwdriver so hard that it shattered an ancient cooking pot.
Didn't shatter it. Cracked. And it's not ancient, but the word pot was correct in that
Did you
sense.
say you...
I threw it down, it bounced, and it just chipped it a bit, but it was enough to make my wife... She would have noticed that chip.
So, you said...
Just let me have a drink and have a think about this. I'm not even married.
Why did you feel that a 7-year-old cooking pot had so much sentimental value for your wife that it was worth all this trouble?
Oh, did I not mention her grandmother's ashes inside? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, no, that's quite relevant. Sorry, I forgot that. Yeah.
Did you also burn another old lady?
All right, it's time to decide. Victoria?
I have met Lee's wife. She's an extremely sophisticated and nuanced woman with many interests. I don't think she'll be so...
Whoa. What do you mean, many interests? What do you know that I don't?
I
What are you
can't
saying?
believe that a
a 7-year-old pot would loom so large that you would feel unable to tell her?
That's because when you come round to my house and you're with my wife and we're having dinner, she's pleasant and she's nice. She's lovely, she's calm. And the second we wave you off, bye, see, this has been lovely, close that door. She goes, you embarrass me again! With your TV friends! That posh one with the beard kept staring at me! And I didn't like her husband either.
OK, I've got a couple of extra questions.
Oh, Lord.
What, you say it wasn't cracked, it was just chipped?
It was...
Was it usable?
Yes, it was definitely usable.
You would have been able to say, I'm really sorry I've chipped it, but the thing that you so love about it, all this accumulated flavour, is still there. It's not affected by a tiny chip.
There's a tiny bit missing. And actually, apparently, all the flavour comes from the sweet spot. And that's what had gone.
Where was
I remember as it chipped off, I went, smelt the pot, nothing. I took this little piece of it.
Even though the functionality of the pot is unaffected, you thought she'd be so furious at superficial damage to it...
Not superficial.
It is superficial.
No, it isn't superficial. I haven't told you the size of the chip, have I?
No.
OK. Well, you just simulated it. You went like that.
Yeah, but you don't know how I'm holding it. I'm holding it at the edge of... at the edge of it. It goes round here. I'm holding it, you see.
All right, David, it's time to get a grip and make a decision.
So the flight of the screwdriver...
Can I just the pot was ruined, David. That's all you need to know.
Well, yeah, but when you said...
There you go, David. Yeah. Do you know what? I wish I'd have taken my chances with my wife at the time. This is unbearable.
Right. It is time to decide.
Second question.
No.
What did you do with the damaged pot?
I hid it to begin with, and then over the next couple of days, when she wasn't looking, I slowly
dragged it towards the door.
I moved it very slowly.
Because she only notices things when they move. She's Tyrannosaurus Rex.
She would be sat there with a glass of water watching the television. I would come down with a step and she'd see the water shimmer like that.
So, David, it's time to decide.
Yeah.
Was Lee telling the truth?
Well, what do you think?
I think it's a lie.
What do you think?
It can't be true.
I think it might be true, but I'm not going to overrule my team. We'll go lie.
Lee, were you telling the truth or were you telling the lie?
I'm sorry, my dear. It's true.
I have a possession.
All right, now then, let's please bring on the possession.
Oh, yes.
This is Dexter, and when I judged a Dogs Who Look Like Celebrities competition, he was the winner. Hello, Dexter.
OK.
It's so very nice to see you. Again. Yes.
Go on, what's the celebrity?
Dennis Healy. So you need to have a proper look at Dexter's face, and specifically his eyebrows. There we go, Dexter.
Can I
have a
come
little
and
look.
see?
Yeah, come and see Dexter.
Yeah. Someone might have to tell Greg who Dennis Healy is.
That was my next question.
Dennis Healy was the Chancellor of the Exchequer under a Labour government in the 1970s.
And he was known for big eyebrows.
He had huge eyebrows, that's the big thing.
You ought to get...
I've
And he used to walk round on all
never
fours.
seen a dog that looked more like Dennis Healy, I'm sorry.
Let's have a look.
Uncanny.
Hey, Dexter? Oh, yes. What a silly Billy.
Name quickly, three other breeds of dog and the celebrities they resembled.
You will do it in your own time, thank you very much.
A blonde Afghan hound that looked like Tess Daly. There was a Staffordshire Bull Terrier that looked like Vladimir Putin. A Portuguese water dog that looked like Cher. And obviously Dexter.
So were you the sole judge?
I was. This is a big dog event that I go to. called
What
Dog
is the event?
Dog Fest. Have you not been?
Fest.
Yeah, and people bring their dogs, and there are lots of activities. They've even got a diving pool for dogs. And my job is to judge the dog who looks like a celebrity competition.
Dennis a good swimmer?
Dexter.
Yeah, but, you know, Dennis.
It may be that Dexter is unaware that he's impersonating Dennis. He may not have immersed himself in the role to the extent he's been going, Dennis is swimming now. He's worried about interest rates. So the dog looks uncannily like Dennis Healy.
The dog is astonishingly like Dennis Healy.
When you're told that dog looks like Dennis Healy, I agree, looks like Dennis Healy. Would you have walked down the street and said to David, did you see that dog? Oh, he was a spit of Dennis Healy.
or even, I think that was Dennis Healy.
This is where I'm up to. That dog, 1, is definitely called Dexter. 2, definitely looks more like Dennis Healy than the waxwork that wouldn't be in Madame Tussauds because who'd go to see it? The question is whether Claire knows him.
Yeah. Well, strictly speaking, this is supposed to be a possession.
Yes.
But I assume, the round discipline's gone because I don't think Claire is even asserting that she owns Dexter.
So in a way, it's not her possession, is it?
No, exactly. So for me, the programme's rather spoiled.
What do you think? Well, I do trust Clare Balding. I think it's actually true.
Well, I don't trust Clare Balding. I'm going to stick my neck out. I think, well done whoever found that Healy-like dog.
Well, remember, Healy was, if it's not true, Healy was of Claire's invention just now after just looking at the dog. There's no Dennis Healy mentioned on the card, is there?
Was Healy on the card?
You're good at this.
No.
It must be true. It must be true.
So you think true?
Oh, I'm really confused now.
Do you both think true?
We do, but I think we're confused.
True.
And I feel like we're angering you, so...
No. I've
upset Dad again!
I've been very, very angry for very many years.
Don't look at your wife when you say that,
Let's say true.
You think true?
True.
True?
True?
We're going to say true.
All right, they're saying true. Claire, was it... Don't scratch, Dexter. Was it true?
No, he's going to have a lick now. He's been watching Lee.
Right, Claire, were you telling the truth, or was it a lie?
It was true.
I once got stopped at customs for carrying a suitcase full of biscuits.
Please, team.
What kind of biscuits?
Jammy Dodgers.
A suitcase full?
Yes.
Why were you carrying so many Jammy Dodgers?
It was a little suitcase.
How many packets of Jammy Dodgers was in it?
About 22.
I should say at this point, other biscuits are available. Hobnobs, Choco Leibniz, Bourbons, you name them.
Where were you flying to?
I was flying to Los Angeles.
So is this carry-on luggage getting on, or are they checking your bags when you get off?
It was the carry-on thing.
Oh, you needed them for the flight?
They don't do Jammy Dodgers in Los Angeles.
Right, but why couldn't you put them in your main luggage? Why did they have to go on the plane?
They crumble.
You have to be very delicate. So what I do is I put them in the fridge so they get really hard.
And then take the fridge with you?
No. That would just be silly, wouldn't it? So I put them... in the... so, because they're really hard...
Yeah.
They won't break.
Why did they suspect you? Was it when you
I was just coming through and the... There and he looks at...
Yes.
And
he saw them on the X-ray?
Yeah. So he goes, oh, why have you got so many biscuits? And I said, I'm going to eat them. And he opened a few, and then...
When he opened them, though, what did he do? Did he taste them?
I couldn't see where he went. He went, around like a little pillar.
Right.
And he put the suitcase down and he was checking them. And then I remember,
He made a cup of tea, didn't he?
No, it's funny, because I remember he gave them back, and obviously I went on my way, and when I got to LA, I realised there was, 17 packs left.
Was there anything else in that suitcase?
Heroin. Socks. plain socks, innit?
Oh, I don't care what colour they were.
Why were you going to LA?
Just a holiday.
Just a holiday?
Yeah.
How many weeks?
2 months.
2 months for a holiday?
Yeah, I've got a lot of friends and, you know...
Well, I've got lots of friends, but I don't have 2-month holidays.
Yeah, but, like, I'm an actor, innit?
He's an actor.
So...
Well, I'm an actor! So what's it going to be? Truth or lie?
Well, this is saying lie. Is that what you sticking me lie?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm saying a lie.
Oh, I'm going to go with my team.
So they're saying it's a lie. Samson, were you telling the truth or were you telling a lie?
It was the truth.
I deliberately bump into people who are walking around staring at their phones because I think they need to be taught a lesson.
How severe?
I will walk
Can you
right
do a
into
demonstration if I'm on the phone? Could you demonstrate to the extent of how much you would push into me?
Have you got a phone?
Oh, like in mine. I'm an actor.
Why you say that? So Lee is walking down Bond Street, looking at boutiques, thinking
I've got to be on the phone, haven't I?
No,
you're looking at the phone, you idiot.
Oh,
looking at it.
not speaking.
No, you're
then
doing
you
this.
see
You're
her.
texting, or...
Right. I'll get into the character.
Yeah.
OK. I wonder if that Jennifer Saunders is still alive.
Oh, sorry.
That was strong.
Well, she's still alive.
He's such a subtle and truthful performer, isn't he?
I'm presuming you've got a phone, and you look at your phone sometimes.
I stand still and to the side.
Thank you very much.
I'll tell you what, that's very self-righteous from someone who steals from nunneries.
What do you think? Is she telling the truth?
I think that's true.
Yeah, I think give it truth.
I wasn't sure, but now I've had the feeling of it from her.
I think we should all start doing it. I think you could probably do it while looking at your phone, actually.
Yeah.
If you sort of glanced up, well, there's someone looking at their phone, look at my phone, somewhere.
It'd be great.
That's great, because you could do it while getting on with stuff on the go.
We should invent an app that shows you people in your area who are looking at their phone.
Yeah.
But so you can see exactly they're in front of you.
Yeah. See, well, where is this inattentive moron?
So what are you going to say?
I'd say it's true.
OK, Jennifer, were you telling the truth or were you telling a lie?
I was telling a lie.
I once got so drunk, I whipped out my laptop, thought, what the hell, and ordered myself a Latin phrasebook.
Lee's team.
What sort of... But a Latin phrasebook feels like quite an unusual thing. When would you use a Latin phrase?
It's actually, strictly, it's called a Latin primer. But it is a book of Latin phrases and Latin grammar.
But nothing had happened in the previous years where this was a problem. You were fine without your Latin.
Well, I had a, very awkward dinner with a centurion, but... No, it wasn't like... Yeah, I hadn't particularly felt that gap, but I was...
Give us some of your favourite Latin phrases.
I can't
You must know one
Latin.
or two, a man of your learning.
Veni, vidi, vici.
Oh.
Or veni, vidi, wiki.
Yes.
Depending on how you pronounce it.
What does it mean? I came, I saw...
I conquered. Quod erat demonstrandum.
What I have just demonstrated. Yeah, I went to a comprehensive. I know all of these phrases, David.
Is there any modern practical phrases, like, where is the station?
No, and if you think about it, you'll know why.
How did you get on with Latin when you were at school?
Well, no, we didn't do Latin, no.
You'd need a primer, wouldn't you? You'd need a phrase.
We had loads of that in the shed.
Tom, what are you thinking?
The idea of buying a textbook for a language that is no longer spoken for somebody who works in an environment where that language isn't used, which was taught to him at school several years ago, that he had to get drunk to buy, is exactly the sort of thing that David Mitchell would do.
You're going to say it's true, Lee?
Definitely.
You think it's true? They all think it's true.
No.
Right.
Oh, it's true.
David.
Yeah. Of course it's true.
I have a folder on my laptop containing flattering photos of me that I have asked my family to give to the police should I ever go missing.
David's team.
So, how many in the range?
I think at the moment, because I'm quite picky, it's around about 55 to 60.
Oh, so that's a good range for the police to choose from.
Yes, well, I wanted to give them options.
Yeah.
Where did you get this idea from, Tom?
I think I just always, whenever I watch things like Crime Watch or the news, I always think to myself, I would hate to look like some of the people on there.
Do you mean the quality of the photograph?
Yes, yes.
More than the crimes?
Oh, who cares?
What sort of poses did you pull for these photos then, Tom?
I think it's always good to look like you're smiling, isn't it? Because I think that would probably encourage more people to come and find me.
So show us, have a look down 7 and give us pose number 1.
So anything where I'm like...
God. I'm surprised anyone would want to take you.
What did you call the folder? Because it must have a name on your desktop. What did you call it?
Well, I just call it emergency photos.
That could mean something else, Tom, to be fair.
My wife's out tonight, I'll need the emergency photos.
Emergency photos for if the Wi-Fi goes out. I'm going to have to do this the old-fashioned way.
Do you play around with filters and stuff? I mean, is there a sort of disappearance filter?
So I look like I've got bunny ears or something?
Yeah,
or sepia. You could do it sepia and then it would look like you disappeared hundreds of years ago.
Well, what do you think, Geoff?
I just hope this doesn't end up being chilling archive footage. You know what I mean?
Well, some of the photographs you see on the news and stuff are so miserable, where people are like...
I mean, when
I'd
you've
hate that
been
to be
kidnapped, I don't think that's, like, the main thing that you'd be worried about. If you was in someone's cellar, handcuffed to a radiator, you'd be thinking, Jesus, I hope they don't use Malaga 97 photos.
But why would he need 53?
Well, I suppose he wants to give the programme makers a range. How many outfits did you bring for this evening's recording, Tom?
Well, I brought 3 suits and I bought 5 shirts.
OK,
and I bought
it's true. Blatantly true.
That's, you see...
I came with none and found this in the bin.
Well, you think it's true?
Yeah.
Do you think it's true? You don't think it's true?
No, I don't, actually.
Oh, this puts me in an awkward position of having to think. My instinct is that it's a lie.
All right. Tom, was it a lie or were you telling the truth?
I can tell you, it was a lie.